they talk all the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. So let's not do that, Canelo.
Are we going to see Canelo Crawford next?
We'll see. It's a possibility there always. No, we'll see what happens.
Terence Crawford has reportedly confirmed the Canelo fight after meeting with Turki Alalshikh. It seems boxing fans may soon see their long-held dream come true. For years, there has been a steady buzz surrounding a potential clash between two of the sport's brightest icons, Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. Yet, for various reasons, the showdown always appeared out of reach. Now, with the dawn of a new year, fresh optimism surrounds what could become one of the most legendary bouts in boxing history.
It's always is a chance there, right? We'll see, but always is a chance there, and we're here to make the best deals, and always a chance.
And I do have to ask you about Dimitri Bivol, because that's a rematch you've always talked about wanting. How do you see the rematch going with Bivol and Beterbiev?
I think it's going to be another good fight. It's going to be another good fight. Both fighters are good fighters, so I think both have a chance to win. Like the first one was a really good fight.
So whatever is next, we look forward to it, my friend. Thank you so much and have a great evening.
Canelo Alvarez was recently spotted mingling with His Excellency Turki Alalshikh at the Ring Magazine Awards in London, sparking widespread excitement among boxing enthusiasts, while Terence Crawford had repeatedly challenged Alvarez. The Mexican superstar remained elusive about a potential showdown. When pressed on the possibility of a fight, Alvarez reportedly set a staggering purse as his condition to face the Nebraskan. Southpaw tensions later flared publicly, with the Riyadh seasoned chief fueling doubts that the highly anticipated bout would ever materialize. Yet fresh reports hint that significant strides are being made toward making this blockbuster matchup a reality. The fan response underscores just how eagerly the boxing world awaits what could be a defining moment in the sport's history. Respected boxing journalist Julius Giuliani's was featured by Knockout Alerts, which posted a photo showcasing Canelo Alvarez alongside Terence Crawford. The accompanying caption read, "Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford in the works for September this year in Las Vegas." Terence Crawford left no room for doubt about his ambitions by vacating the welterweight division, where he had once again cemented his status as an undisputed champion. Stepping into a new challenge, he moved up in weight to take onto his legacy.
What's up, fight fans? Some breaking news. This guy, Julius Giulianis, who's an ESPN Knockouts reporter, is reporting that the fight isn't only about to be announced, but the contracts are signed between none other than Canelo Alvarez and Bud Crawford. In Giulianis' report, he claims that this fight has been signed, sealed, delivered, and it's going down this September in Las Vegas. We know Canelo was in London for the Ring Magazine Awards with Turki Alalshikh, seemingly shaking hands as business partners. And just today, as a few hours ago, Bud Crawford landed in London and was seen with Turki Alalshikh this September. It's official. What are your thoughts?
Terence Crawford has reportedly confirmed the Canelo fight after meeting with Turki Alalshikh. It seems boxing fans may soon see their long-held dream come true. For years, there has been a steady buzz surrounding a potential clash between two of the sport's brightest icons, Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. Yet, for various reasons, the showdown always appeared out of reach. Now, with the dawn of a new year, fresh optimism surrounds what could become one of the most legendary bouts in boxing history. Clip 1. Canelo Alvarez was recently spotted mingling with His Excellency Turki Alalshikh at the Ring Magazine Awards in London, sparking widespread excitement among boxing enthusiasts, while Terence Crawford had repeatedly challenged Alvarez. The Mexican superstar remained elusive about a potential showdown. When pressed on the possibility of a fight, Alvarez reportedly set a staggering purse as his condition to face the Nebraskan. Southpaw tensions later flared publicly, with the Riyadh seasoned chief fueling doubts that the highly anticipated bout would ever materialize. Yet fresh reports hint that significant strides are being made toward making this blockbuster matchup a reality. The fan response underscores just how eagerly the boxing world awaits what could be a defining moment in the sport's history. Respected boxing journalist Julius Giuliani's was featured by Knockout Alerts, which posted a photo showcasing Canelo Alvarez alongside Terence Crawford. The accompanying caption read, "Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford in the works for September this year in Las Vegas, Terence. Crawford left no room for doubt about his ambitions by vacating the welterweight division, where he had once again cemented his status as an undisputed champion. Stepping into a new challenge, he moved up in weight to take on Israel Madoff a decisive unanimous victory on the Riyadh season card in Los Angeles added another impressive chapter to his legacy. Clip 2. Clashes of this caliber between a superstar and a pound-for-pound elite are exceptionally uncommon, owing to the immense stakes many fans may choose to hold their breath until the final bell of confirmation rings, savoring the relief of certainty. Only then some fans nevertheless find the indication sufficient to make educated guesses about what might happen. Let's examine the opinions of some of them. This fan is supremely confident in a Bud Crawford victory. They said Bud is about to beat the __. Out of Canelo, both are great fighters, though analysts foresee an intense and tightly contested showdown between these two contemporary titans. Yet rising to the level of a champion in the mold of Canelo Alvarez is anything but easy. The legendary Mexican fighter, who began his boxing journey in his teenage years, has squared off against elite opponents in an impressive 66-fight career. There's no question that Alvarez's experience and skill could deliver more surprises than most expect. The next fan had a similar opinion. They said Bud gone have Canelo scheduling fights against Jake Paul and Conor. After this, many believe a bout with Crawford could be the golden ticket that solidifies Alvarez's legacy. Yet, as one witty fan, just perhaps Alvarez should broaden his horizons, think Jake Paul, or even the notorious. Then again, it might be a bit premature to draw any conclusions, right, despite their seeming humor. This fan may have pointed out a crucial element of the Crawford versus Alvarez bout. This is going to break PPV sales, haha. They said in Las Vegas, the showdown is sure to command a massive pay-per-view audience. No matter the cost, eager fans are likely to rush to buy the broadcast, drawn by the sheer outcome. Is plausible with his wealth of experience and precise technique. Canelo Alvarez might pose a serious challenge to Terence Crawford, whose versatility as a switch hitter could be tested by Alvarez's trademark power and relentless striking. Also, skeptics voiced their opinions. This user said, "I'll believe it when they both connect a punch. Until something is formally confirmed, the discussion can go on for the next few days or weeks. The weight issue is still a significant worry with the Crawford-Alvarez bout, though despite Crawford's recent move to the 154 pounds division, he remains 2 weight classes shy of Alvarez. It's uncertain whether the Mexican champion would be willing to cut down for a showdown or negotiate a catchweight bout. Even if Crawford decides to move up, doubts linger about his ability to retain both speed and power at a higher weight. Observers frequently reference the Madma fight, his first full-distance battle since December 2016. Concerns arise that adding extra pounds might sap his energy and compromise his performance. For nearly a year, the 2 pound-for-pound titans have appeared destined to face off, with Crawford boasting a perfect record of 410, openly stating his intention to challenge the reigning super middleweight champion rather than cruising into the sunset. Bud wants to further solidify his reputation by going up 2 categories to 14 pounds in a fight that will go down in history. Canelo, with a record of 62 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws, has previously shown little enthusiasm for facing the WBA's super welterweight champion. Fully aware that he would be heavily favored to keep his title, the 34-year-old has secured 5 unanimous decision wins, including triumphs over a waning Gennady Golovkin and a smaller Jarrell Charlo following his defeat to Dimitri Bol in 2022. Alec, however, seems to be on the verge of persuading the Mexican to take a chance on Crawford. Rumors say that an agreement has even been struck for the two to face off in September. It appears that the Riyadh season head has mended his professional ties with Canelo following a meeting in London, with the highly anticipated Crawford fight now slated for Las Vegas.
5 fighters right now in boxing. That's your top 5 right now in boxing, not your the top 5 in boxing right now. Right now.
Champions or just anybody?
Top 5 right now.
Shakur number 1, hands down. Tank, he up there. Canelo, Inoue, Tyson Fury.
Damn. That's now beforehand. Back, the back in the day.
This monumental showdown could potentially take place later this year in Las Vegas, according to a tweet from Happy Punch, which reported reports saying Canelo and Terence Crawford have agreed to fight this year in Vegas. The speculation gained significant traction following the release of two intriguing images showing both Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford in discussions with Turki Alalshikh, chairman of the Saudi General Entertainment Authority. The images have sparked widespread excitement among fans and analysts, as Alalshikh has been instrumental in orchestrating high-profile sporting events in recent years, particularly in boxing. The meeting appears to be a pivotal moment in advancing negotiations for what would undoubtedly be one of the most significant fights in recent boxing history. While official confirmation is still awaited, the visuals and subsequent reports strongly indicate that talks are in full swing. Should the fight materialize, it would mark a historic clash between two of boxing's pound-for-pound kings. Terence "Bud" Crawford, fresh off his dominant victory over Errol Spence Jr., has cemented himself as one of the greatest fighters of this generation. Canelo Alvarez, on the other hand, remains the face of boxing, boasting an illustrious career. Alvarez has continually sought out the toughest challenges, solidifying his legacy as a four-division world champion. A fight with Crawford would not only be a clash of styles, but also a battle for supremacy in the sport. Turki Alalshikh has been at the forefront in the boxing world, adds considerable weight to the possibility of this matchup becoming a reality. One of the key aspects to iron out in the negotiation process will be the weight class for this fight. Canelo currently reigns as the undisputed champion at 168 pounds, while Crawford, who became the undisputed welterweight champion at 147 pounds, would need to move up significantly to challenge Alvarez. The fight could take place at super middleweight, where Canelo holds all the belts, adding to the historic significance of the bout.
Canelo fight, realistically left your mind once he said he's not interested, or you still pursuing it?
Not at all. I think business talk. With the right business come across the table, I just be talking, man. Canelo a big dude, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I believe in my abilities. He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy. Like, he's 5'8", I'm 5'8". You know what I mean? My arm's longer than his, so that fight would be good.
Canelo's decision to face Crawford in September is a savvy one, as he'll be up against him after an extended period of inactivity. Crawford, hailing from Nebraska, has been out of the ring since his tight victory over WBA junior middleweight champ Israel Madoff on August 3rd. Crawford is expected to avoid any high-stakes bouts before his September showdown with Canelo. Additionally, with Crawford celebrating his 38th birthday on September 28th, Canelo will be adding a bit more wear to his opponent by prolonging the wait before the lucrative retirement payday fight from May to September. Just 4 months pass, but for someone on the cusp of 40 like Crawford, those months can feel like a lifetime. We've all witnessed the striking changes that hit people at 38, and it's rarely a graceful transformation. But for Crawford, it might not matter much. All he cares about is that Giuliani's notes that both fighters are expected to take on interim bouts, though Crawford may opt out. His performance against Madrimov was less than impressive. Against even a mid-tier 154 pounds contender, he would likely face significant challenges due to the size, youth, and power of his opponents in that fight. Madoff was landing clean, damaging shots on Crawford. Throughout, it would be wise for Crawford to take a test fight at 168 pounds to acclimate himself to the division before facing Canelo. However, this carries considerable risk. The 37-year-old Terran has been largely inactive since 2020, fighting only once a year with his sole notable opponent being Madre of about. He nearly lost. Canelo is expected to face IBF super middleweight champion William Skull in a unification bout. This May during the Cinco de weekend of victory would see Canelo claim his second undisputed title at 168 pounds, marking a significant milestone in his career. To stand a chance against Canelo, Crawford will need to put on weight. He appeared little, frail, and elderly in comparison to Madoff. For those who recall Crawford's performances at 147 against Errol Spence, Sean Porter, and Kell Brook, the fighter in front of us today is noticeably different. Time has caught up with Terence, and his habit of fighting only once a year isn't doing him any favors as he enjoys the rewards of his hard-earned success. Crawford and boxing fans have been clamoring for this major bout. It seems to be here. Clip 5. When questioned about a potential fight with Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez responded that there is always a chance and that he is open to a confrontation. The successful winning run in 2024, Canelo successfully defended his super middleweight titles with wins over Haim Mongia and Edgar Berlanga, and he's determined to keep that streak alive in the upcoming year. Taking on Crawford, one of the best boxers, is one way to do it, and he has stated that he is more than willing to win that battle. Crawford has been pursuing this fight since defeating Errol Spence at welterweight in 2023, and facing Canelo would be a significant step for him. The Nebraska man, who currently weighs 154 pounds, will have to move up 2 weight classes in order to get the fight he so badly desires versus Canelo. Canelo Alvarez kept fans guessing, suggesting that no opportunities are off the table and that a future encounter with Crawford remains a possibility. In another interview, Canelo Alvarez indicated that there is always a possibility for the fight to happen. He mentioned that they would see how things unfold, but emphasized that the opportunity is always there. He added that their aim is to secure the best deals, reiterating that the chance remains open. Important for you is it that you spoke to Turki Alalshikh. And what did you speak about? Look, I like to work with everybody. You know, I'm a free Aegon, and I like to work with everybody. And you know, I like to have the doors open. Are we going to see Canelo Crawford? Next, we'll see. 2 days ago, Rick Glazer, referencing details from a trusted insider, suggested that the possibility of a Crawford-Alvarez fight might have grown stronger despite Terence Crawford's continued challenges. A showdown with Canelo Alvarez remains one of the top 5 bouts that His Excellency Turki Alalshikh is eager to see unfold this year. He also backs a rematch between Alexander Usyk and Daniel Dubb. Among other eagerly awaited clashes are the all-British face-off between Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn, as well as the highly anticipated showdown between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. One of the most eagerly awaited rematches on his list is the showdown between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. However, his primary focus remains on the potential clash between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, which he is hoping will happen this year, with the innovative touch and unwavering commitment that His Excellency Turki Alalshikh has infused into the sport, coupled with his track record of keeping promises. Fans have renewed hope that this highly anticipated fight might actually come to fruition. As mentioned before, Canelo Alvarez stated that there is a chance that he and Terence Crawford will fight. He claims that he is constantly trying to get the best deals. Turki aims to arrange a showdown between Alvarez and Crawford in 2025, recognizing it as one of the most significant bouts that could take place in North America this year. However, whether he can secure the fight is yet to be determined. At 37, Crawford has remained tight-lipped about his plans. If a bout with Canelo doesn't materialize, the reality is that his age, combined with the challenges of fighting at 154 pounds against larger, younger, and more powerful opponents, makes it inevitable that his reign will eventually end in defeat. In fact, he narrowly escaped a loss in his previous outing, a 154 pounds debut against WBA junior middleweight champion Israel Madrimov on August 3rd. Last year, undisputed former world champion Terence Crawford is eager to take on Canelo Alvarez for his unified super middleweight titles in 2025. Despite the size difference, Crawford believes his combination of skill and strength will be enough to secure victory over the Mexican star. He's confident that his abilities can overcome any physical disadvantages. The Mexican sensation appears to be losing some of his edge in his recent bouts with Edgar Berlanga and Haim Mongia. These are opponents Canelo would have probably stopped in 2021 or earlier, yet he had to battle through all 12 rounds to secure. However, he now appears more receptive to the prospect of facing the man widely regarded as the pound-for-pound best. During an appearance on Sway's Universe, Canelo expressed his openness to fighting the 4-weight champion, provided the financial terms are favorable. However, he also cautioned his opponent, suggesting that if the two ever square off, it would be an opportunity for easy money on his part. He said, "I'm in, why not? Don't get me wrong, he's a great fighter. But for me in my weight class, it's an easy fight, easy money. If the money is right, I'm in, because I don't like to fight guys like Crawford because he moves a lot, and the fight is not that great I saw in his last fight. And you don't move that much now, so if the money is right, I'm in right now. There are weight classes for a reason. It's becoming more real, isn't it, over the last few weeks, whispers of a potential showdown between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford have been buzzing across the internet. It seems an official announcement is just around the corner, as Bud quickly turned to his ex to drop a subtle hint about the fight. The undefeated 41-0 champion issued a bold warning, and it's already turning heads across the boxing community. Terence Crawford took to his asses and wrote, "Remember what you said about me." Only Crawford can say for certain who his words were directed at. He could be alluding to Canelo's previous remark about the stark seas disparity between them in the past. The unified super middleweight champion has refused to face Bud, citing the significant weight difference as the reason. The Omaha-born champion, who has claimed titles across 4 weight classes and is regarded as one of the top pound-for-pound boxers in the world today, facing is a notable 14 pounds weight gap when compared to Canelo Alvarez. This concern isn't limited to just Canelo. Other prominent fighters such as David Benovitz and Demetrius Andrade have voiced similar reservations. Alternatively, it could have been a subtle dig aimed at those who have questioned his capacity to challenge Canelo Alvarez in his stronghold at 168 lbs. Either way, the fact that talks are finally happening is something to celebrate. As if Canelo's announcement wasn't enough, Bud took to his Instagram